Have you fallen into a porn and fapping habit during quarantine? Well, today, we gon' fix that. What up, homie? My name's Dave, and I put out new videos every week to help you get the girls you want and the lifestyle you dream about. So make sure to smash that subscribe button so you don't miss another video. But right now, I'm hanging out up in Houston in How to Be's new neighborhood. We're checking out his new crib. So let's get this. Yo, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's going on, bro? Hey guys, come on in, let's get started. Alright, so now that we're in the crib, let's talk about fapping. No, for real though, it's a habit that I've struggled with myself, and it can kill your motivation, it can make you feel ashamed of yourself, and if there's anything I know about it, is that it's very challenging to quit.
Yeah, that being said, we've learned to kick the habit over the years, and today we're gonna show you the biggest things that helped us so you can do the same. Let's hop into it.
Oh, just the chemicals running through your blood. I feel the rhythm in your system. I'm about to light you up.
All right, bro, so you ever sitting at home, it's like 8 p.m., you know nobody's home, and you get the fapping urge?
Yeah, man, I think it always follows the same pattern. It's like, you're like, oh man, this is an opportunity that I can fap right now. Like, it'll feel good. Yeah. But then the second thing is like, you're like, I know I shouldn't do it though. I'm trying to quit this. But then 5-10 minutes passes, you're still sitting in that same environment, and you're like, it will feel pretty good right now though.
Yeah, the problem is this is like a constant occurrence, especially if you live alone, because you know that you can get away with it whenever you want. And this used to happen to me. So like 4, 5, 6 days in a row, when it would pass, and I would just have that fapping streak.
Yeah, so I think the key is when you notice this pattern starting, and the earlier the better. So you notice like, oh, I could fap right now. That feels good. Like as early as you catch yourself thinking that, now it's time to interrupt that pattern and not allow it to play out.
Yeah, so how can you do that? Well, the best way that we found is to add new habits. You can't break an old habit without replacing it with something new, because you're gonna get bored and do it again. So a few different things you can do. Number one is meditating, right? Especially when you're trying to fap, you're thinking about all these different things, your mind's racing. Meditating can really calm you down, relax you, and get you back in the zone, right? The second thing you can do is journal about why you're trying to do no fap in the first place. So like, you know, we all have our different motivations for doing it. What are yours? Spend like 5-10 minutes writing them out. Let that be your motivation to not give in to the urge.
And the last thing you can do is just remove yourself from the environment. So that might just mean getting out and taking a walk around the block. A lot of times fresh air also just gets you out of like negative, like obsessive headspaces.
Yeah, bro, if you're sitting in front of the computer, like all you gotta do is type in a website.
Yeah, you got that URL in your head. Like I typed that in real quick, incognito, and boom.
It's dangerous. So break those patterns, bro, and you're gonna be good.
Basic greatness is in my genetics. Rely on me, you never regret it. Victory's mine, yeah, that's where I'm headed. For this passion and drive, I'm forever indebted.
I don't know about you, man, but back in like the height of my fapping days, it sounds funny to say that, but in the height of my fapping days, I had very little things to do to fill my free time. And I could remember even like during like summer break, sometimes during college, I'd be home in my parents' basement, and I'd be like, well, I watched a movie, I just played a couple hours of video games, my friend's not around to hang out tonight, I guess I'll fap now? Like I just didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah, no, I was the same way. Here's a problem with that though. Like a lot of guys are out there kind of going through the motions of like their weekly life, right? Like they don't have that much other shit to do. So it doesn't seem like a bad thing to just give into the urge.
Yeah, I think one kind of turning point for me was when I got to the point where I have so many other priorities that I want to get done during any free time that I have. Like the idea of fapping becomes a lot less attractive then, because I know I'm sacrificing other things.
Yeah, when you're like, we're on our mission, right? So you're out there trying to edit a YouTube video, or maybe you're trying to plan out the YouTube video for the next day, or do something for another business. You don't have time to sit there and fap, because that's just gonna be an energy waster, and it's gonna kill your motivation.
Yeah, man, so I guess the question for y'all would be, what are, one or two things that you can do when you have some downtime? So that when that downtime comes, you're not sitting there, with your hand in your dick. Like you actually are like, okay, now is the time that I can get X, Y, and Z done and make some more progress towards my goals.
Wish on being in drive more. I just want to feel alive more. I feel hurt all the time, boy. I can't see straight. I've been running on the freeway. till I get blinded by the headlights. They go past me.
So my lasting memory of fapping is sitting there, like tissues in hand, like empty bottle of lotion, just feeling completely ashamed of where I was and where my life was headed, right? It doesn't feel good.
You're talking about the feeling right after you fab.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a shitty feeling. It's like, oh, now I gotta clean up and like metaphorically pick up the pieces of my life that I just like squirted everywhere. But it makes sense, right? Y'all probably heard you get that dopamine hit when you fap, the same way that you can get that from like drugs, and inevitably what follows a high is a low. And with fapping, a lot of times it's not just like an hour after. Sometimes the next day you're sitting around just kind of feeling down.
Yeah, so what really helped me to stop was to remember my shame. Like, remember the shame of that moment. I don't want to feel that again, right? It's the same type of way as like if I eat a bunch of Oreos at night and I feel terrible the next morning. Like, I don't want to feel that, right? So instead of just going for that short-term pleasure, you think of the long-term gain. Sure, you're making that short-term sacrifice, but you're gonna be better.
Yeah, just quickly in your head be like, all right, fast forward 30 minutes. What am I going to feel like? Is that worth it?
New X on me right. New X on me right. I might spin it.
All right, back when me and Dave were living together and I was working to quit fapping, I came up with an idea and I was like, bro, if I fap, I'm going to pay you $100. And I gave him a handshake. And he was like, all right, sounds good.
And I was thinking one thing, cha-ching, I'm about to make a few $1,000s off this.
Well, the funny thing is he didn't make any money because even though it's not some exorbitant sum of money, like I knew I wanted to quit fapping. And then when I thought about well, man, because I was going to be honest with Dave. I was like, this is nowhere near worth. This isn't even worth like $10, man.
Yeah, man, this is a simple way to create like an accountability agreement for yourself. You're gonna say, oh, it's not worth it to do this, and hopefully you're gonna stick to your word. This is also great for other things with dating too, like approaching girls, like, yo, I'm gonna pay you $20 if I don't approach the next girl. So something like that, right? It's a great activity to do with your wingman.
Yeah, the main thing is find a friend who you feel, comfortable enough to share these things with. And then open up, because he's probably gonna open up some stuff about you too, and it's gonna create a really like a powerful like self-growth relationship similar to me and Dave have.
With the lights on, baby, we ain't really hit it even right, wrong. Have you tied up in the bed just like a python? Long cat silhouette, she looking like she need long. How many times did you rub my face?
So one of the hardest things about quitting fapping is that there are constant reminders and triggers that are gonna make you want to fap in your day-to-day life, right?
Yeah, man, Instagram's the big one. Instagram models these days, they're extremely attractive, right? They're like more attractive than porn stars these days, even, let's be honest. And it can be hard when you open up your feed or you're just going through the Explore tab and a very sexual image pops up because you're going to be like, what else can I do right now about this other than grab that lotion?
Yeah, bro. This used to happen to me 5 minutes later, neck deep in lotion, almost drowning. Terrible. So what should you do about this? Well, first off, any Instagram models that you follow, unless you're about to hit them up and try to go on a date with them, unfollow them because they serve no purpose in your life. They're just eye candy for you.
Yeah, and also you got to be cautious about the Explore tab. You click that, I think it's bottom left icon.
It's a dangerous tab, bro.
That's probably where more of this happens than actually following them. So this it's going to take willpower, man. Don't click that Explore tab. You go open up Instagram, check the updates of people you follow. If you have someone you're DMing, send a DM, but don't just waste time on the Explore tab. It's gonna fuck yourself.
Yeah, remember, most of those Instagram models, a lot of them have like some fakeness to them, and tons of makeup and crazy Photoshop tricks. Like, they're not even real women a lot of the time.
Yeah, man, let me tell you, they know the exact angles, the exact outfits, the exact lighting. If you just ran into one of them in the grocery store, would they still be hot? Probably, but they wouldn't be that exact image that you've been fantasizing about.
Yeah, so it's better to just give that up, remove those triggers, and your no-fap life, your new no-fap life, is gonna be a lot easier. Now, bro, give these 5 habits a try. It's really gonna help you along your no-fap journey. Now, if you wanna see more videos on how to talk to girls and be confident with both me and How to Beast, then check out this playlist right over here.
Yeah, we actually just did a video today about 3 other habits that you probably don't even know you're doing. We were doing these that were absolutely killing our success with the girls. So go check that out.
Yeah, it's right in the playlist. We'll see you there, homie. Peace out.
We're gonna do something special for y'all. Keep this one Christmas themed. Merry late Christmas. Snowy.
You're looking more snowy than Angelina Jolie.